Hey, I'm laughing on this shit, man. I'm laughing on this shit right here. Read this shit with me real quick. A continent. Any of the world's main continuous expanses of land. Continuous expanses of land. Africa, Antarctica, Asia, Australia, Europe, quote unquote, North America, South America. So, did y'all fucking see that shit, man? Continuous expanses of land? Where the fuck is Europe? Where the fuck is Europe? Y'all niggas are hilarious if y'all let this shit slide by your ass, man. Y'all let Europe declare, proclaim, and establish itself as a goddamn continent. And you bought that shit? You bought Europe being a continent. Where the fuck is Europe? We see why this is a continent. North America. We see why South America is a continent. We see why Australia, Africa, and Asia and Antarctica are all continents. Look at the separation. Even though it ain't that far, look, we can get from, I already showed y'all in another video how we can get from all of this shit up here down to there, how we connect it. But it's a clear distinction in the biggest parts of the landmass between, this big ass body of water. Africa, that's a continent. We see that. Australia is right by itself, big ass chunk of land by itself. That's a continent. Asia, Asia Major and Asia Minor, because these are even connected. This bullshit Middle East, that's motherfucking East Africa. No doubt about that shit. There's no fucking question. That's East Africa. There's no such thing as the goddamn Middle East. There's no fucking such thing. Look up when that term came out. That shit was created to scare and divide motherfuckers. Europe stole this shit bit by bit. Motherfucking bit by bit. And you see, they try to say they started with Greece, but we know that shit is, look out. For one, Greeks never even called them motherfuckers selves Europeans. They was fucking established by Ethiopians. And that shit is fact. You can look that shit up. Motherfucking Egyptian, the Greek language ain't shit but Coptic. That's motherfucking African shit. This shit, Italy, look, all this shit was ran by fucking Africa for 700 years. We talking about a continuous expansion of land? Where the fuck does this so-called Europe expand into? There's no separation between Europe and fucking Asia, and no separation between Europe and Africa. Look, Morocco and Spain? Come on, man. Come the fuck on, man. How the fuck can Europe be a continent? So now that we know Europe isn't a continent, and we know that they stole this shit bit by bit, and then made y'all niggas believe that they was a fucking continent this whole goddamn time. Now, back to what I was saying, this shit was definitely ran by Africa for 700 years. But also, going along with that, the definition of a continent. So we know Europe could never be a fucking continent, right? I just showed y'all that shit. Okay, let's see how big Europe is. Square feet or square miles. 3.931 million. Okay. Now let's see how big goddamn Australia is. So Australia, smaller than Europe, so-called Europe. All the land that Europeans stole and put together and called Europe amounts to more square miles than motherfucking Australia has. But look at all these other motherfuckers. Antarctica, South America. Europe definitely ain't bigger than motherfucking North America or Africa. This shit is fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. So we call this motherfucking Australia continent because it's clearly off by motherfucking self. Off in the goddamn Pacific Ocean. By itself. Europe, there's no fucking such thing, y'all. So I just wanted to dead that shit. And as you can see, this motherfucking Israel, I'm gonna dead that shit because they're supposed to be goddamn ancient holy land. That motherfucker was founded in 1948. And that's the same fucking year when the Smith and Munn Act was goddamn established, right when they was getting out of the fucking war with getting into the war with Germany and deading that shit, ending the war off and pulling all these fucking psyops. That's why I'm pulling all this shit together, y'all. You need to fucking wake the fuck up and pay the fuck attention. Because I told you how the fucking news is fake. I told you about the Smith and Munn Act that was created to stop propagandizing the U.S. citizens because they didn't want other motherfuckers doing it. And they caught on to the fact that this fucking shit was going on, that people were being puppeteered and the fucking psychological operations are motherfucking this shit. I'm just gonna put it all together for your ass real quick. This shit's been going on since before 1948. The Smith and Munn Act that I showed your ass. Now, mental warfare, the use of propaganda, threats, and other psychological techniques to mislead, intimidate, demoralize, or otherwise influence the thinking or behavior of an opponent. And if you don't know that your ass is at war, then you are fucking behind, and I ain't got time for your ass. This is for the smart motherfuckers who are in tune. This is for in tune niggas, not motherfuckers who are out here trying to look for shit and conspiracy theories. No, this is facts. I got facts for your ass. Now, like I'm saying, getting back on track. Anybody that's awake knows that we've been had, knows that somebody is behind the scenes influencing shit. Now, if you understand enough of that, then listen up. This fucking shit's been going on since before 1948. All that Hitler shit, all that shit was a motherfucking psychological operation, propaganda, motherfucking techniques to mislead, intimidate, and so on and so forth. Hitler ass, look up this fucking quote. If you want to get the fucking masses of people, make the lie big, make it simple, and keep saying the shit over and over until it gets in their head. And eventually, they'll believe the shit. That's what Hitler said. And motherfucker, you better believe that these motherfuckers are all tied into this shit together. You better motherfucking know it. Now, the same time that shit happened, that's the same time motherfucking Israel, this bullshit so-called Holy Land, that's the same motherfucking time that shit was founded, because part of America getting into that fucking war, part of them agreeing to do that shit was they get to establish Israel as a so-called Holy Land, and this is where they wanted it, right? They had a couple different options, and this is the fucking option that they ended up getting right at this location. There was a couple different locations to choose from. Look that shit up. Israel is bullshit. How the fuck you from a holy land that just got established fucking 65 years ago? an ancient land. Get your ass the fuck out of here, nigga. You bullshitting. You a goddamn Hebrew Israelite. I'm on all y'all niggas soon. I'm on y'all ass. Now, getting back to it, there's gonna be part 2, part 3, don't worry about it. But there's no fucking Europe. Get that shit out your goddamn mind. And there's no fucking ancient Israel Holy Land either. So get that bullshit out your fucking head. Most High, you never frightened. Gone.